my mom came to me and really, she wanted to get me involved in community service. She wanted me to volunteer with homeless people. And I was a little nervous at first because I kind of had a stereotype that homeless people were a bit scary, they were a bit dirty, and I just wasn't too thrilled about the idea of working with them. But my mom was persistent, and with the help of Mrs. Jane Strong, who's actually here today, Mrs. Jane Strong, where are you? Oh, there you are, sorry. She gave my mom permission for an 8-year-old to come and volunteer at Sarah's House Homeless Shelter in Fort Meade, Maryland. And it was there that my life was forever changed. I realized that there were people who were homeless that couldn't stay in the shelter. And I began to dream of how I could reach out to those people who called the streets and the woods their homes. And not too long after, I did a book report. How many of you in this room have had to do a book report? A book report. I would imagine a lot of you have. When I was in the 5th grade, where are the 5th graders? I think you're in the back. When I was in your grade, I was given a very specific book report assignment. And I chose to do my book report on the work of Mother Teresa and everything that she was doing over in India. And that book report changed my life because it gave me the wherewithal to know that I could do something to reach out to those people that were living on the streets and in the woods. So I began to think, what could I do as a 10-year-old? I thought, well, I couldn't necessarily provide shelter for individuals that were homeless, but I thought, what was the next best thing? Food. How many of you here make your own lunch? Almost all of you, exactly. So I thought, hey, I could make my own lunch. I could make lunch for people who were less fortunate, and I could probably get my friends to make lunches alongside of me. So that's what I did. And in February of 1993, my organization, Happy Helpers for the Homeless, began its service. I am dedicating my entire life to service. I currently work for another nonprofit out in California, and I honestly wouldn't have my life any other way. My life has been exciting and extremely blessed. I've met 4 of the United States presidents and many other famous people. I've had the opportunity to travel the world and attend major events. In order for me to accomplish what I have, I've had to take education seriously. I use what I've learned in school, that I learned right here at Glen Burnie Park Elementary, all the way to what I've learned in college every day. I want to ask you to look at your education as a gift. It is the best gift you will ever receive, so take it seriously. Commit yourself fully to your education. I want each of you to have and to strive for an amazing life, and know that the key to it is A, a great education and taking that seriously, but B, having a heart full of compassion and kindness and taking ownership for your fellow brothers and sisters.